Good Tuesday morning, friends. It's me, Terry Lambertson. This is what I have for you today. 7 things to refuse this Christmas. Number 1, refuse to miss out enjoying your day. Play with your kids, snuggle on the sofa, drink eggnog if that's your thing. I mean, it's super gross, but to each his own. Watch cheesy Hallmark movies, grab a dice game out of the closet, beat your family in charades, get your booty out of the kitchen, leave the dishes, let the pots and pans wait, soak them in Dawn, they'll be fine, and soak in all the merry you can. Christmas doesn't only belong to everyone else, it belongs to you too. Number 2, refuse to feel guilty. Didn't wrap all the presents, didn't hang all the lights, didn't cook all 27 side dishes. Don't you dare feel guilty about it. Don't you dare let it get you down. Don't you dare let it steal your joy. Not for 1 second. No one even likes that weird green Jell-O stuff anyways. I promise nobody will notice if it's not there. You can't do it all. So do what's most important. And I just have to add a word in here about guilt. Okay, guilt is like a tool of the enemy. Guilt, unless you're being convicted, doesn't come from God. And I can tell you that every decision in my life that I have made based on the fact that I felt guilty was an unmitigated disaster. Right? If you're feeling guilty, go apologize to whoever you need to go apologize. Whatever the situation, give it to God. Don't wallow in guilt. Number 3, refuse to let stress take center stage. There is so stinking much to do on Christmas, and as women, we tend to put ourselves in charge of more than our fair share. Decorations, gifts, wrapping, cooking, cleaning, travel schedules, uncomfortable phone calls. Refuse to let stress take... Oh, I just read that. I'm sorry. Uncomfortable phone calls with mother-in-laws about whose year it is to host. It's easy to let the anxiety of the season run away with your cheer. Hold on to peace like it's the last sip of vanilla latte from Starbucks. We want our kids, our families, and our friends to remember happy holidays, not frazzled mama. Christmas is a wonderful reason to give to those in need, to enjoy time with your family, and a terrible time to drive yourself into a mental and physical exhaustion. 4, refuse to say yes to everything. You're human. You're allowed to have some limits. You're allowed to have some boundaries. You're allowed to politely decline now and then. Time is a limited resource. Treat your time like it matters, because it does. Number 5, refuse to allow anyone else to tell you what your Christmas should be. You're allowed to be sad this time of year. You're allowed to miss your family if you're celebrating somewhere far away. You're allowed to grieve loved ones who have died. You're allowed to spend Christmas on the beach if that's what's best for you. You're allowed to spend Christmas at home with only your immediate family. You're allowed to celebrate with 10 bajillion Christmas lights, and you're allowed not to listen to a single Christmas song. You're allowed to have pizza for Christmas dinner. You're allowed to do something entirely new and untested. You're in charge of your Christmas. You're in charge of what your holidays will be. Make them holidays that bring you peace and joy and a time to cry and a time to laugh, and a time to be surrounded with loved ones, and a time to be alone, and a time to reflect. Six, refuse to believe the only way to make Christmas memorable is to buy everything for everyone. The holidays are not about going into debt or creating a financial burden that will follow you around for the next 12 months, or kids getting everything and anything they lay their eyes on. They may crave stuff now, but that stuff won't mean anything to them down the road. They won't remember the toys you bought, but they will remember the time you spent with them. They will remember hot chocolate and with loads of marshmallows, cuddling on the couch, watching cheesy Christmas movies, and laughing around the kitchen table playing board games. They will remember cousins making a mess, decorating gingerbread houses, and dancing in the kitchen to All I Want for Christmas Is You. They will remember waking up to watch the parade on TV, candlelit Christmas Eve service, and creating new family traditions. They will remember handing out homemade cookies to neighbors, giving to those in need, and making light of all the million little things that go wrong on Christmas Day. Memories matter so much more than any toy ever will. Presence matters so much more than any present ever will. 7. Refuse to forget that Jesus is the reason for everything. Everything. He is the heart of the season, and hopefully He is the heart of everything that we do, everything we give, and everywhere we go. The angels and the wise men and the shepherds all gathered around Him in that tiny stable so long ago. Gathering around Him is the only tradition we truly need to believe in this December. Thank you, Sister, I am with you, and Sarah, for bringing this to my attention. All right, you guys, I hope you have a terrific Tuesday. I'll be back with you again on Wednesday morning. I'll see you then, friends. Bye now.